Did you know that according to Learning Liftoff, 27% of high school dropouts drop out because of a failing grade? Or did you know that according to Unity Point Health, overweight or obese children miss 4 times as much school as children at a normal weight? Or that the U.S. spends $14 billion on healthcare that are related to costs of childhood obesity? You might be wondering what these last 2 facts have to do with you, and that's why I'm here. Hi, I'm Skylar Church, and today I'm going to convince you why adding 1 hour of physical activity could greatly improve the lives of our kids and classroom performance. Not having enough physical activity just leads to 3 different problems. One of the problems is kids not being awake for class. The second is kids not learning and just being distractions in the classroom. And the third one is childhood obesity. And all of these have just one solution. The first problem we see is that kids are coming to school tired, grumpy, they don't want to pay attention, and they just are simply not learning. The solution? Physical activity. Physical activity wakes you up. According to the Center for Disease Control, the results of many studies show correlations between physical activity and good behavior and physical activity and better attention. I know that some of you might be thinking that, oh hey, if we add physical activity, it's going to take a long time to get the kids to calm back down, for them to be able to start learning again. Well, there have been studies done, one by Dr. Copeland that I read about, and one from Dr. Smith, proving that adding a physical activity in the classroom even helps create relationships in a kid's brain on top of waking them up. Like if you do relay races for spelling words, or if you do jumping jacks to learn adding, or my favorite is Around the World, where you stand behind a classmate and whoever gets the multiplication right gets to move on to the next. Just something to get the kids up and moving. Anything would make them more awake. This also relates to the next problem, which is that many students who receive bad grades in a class, they just give up. They become a distraction in the classroom because they just don't want to learn because they're already failing at what they're doing. I had a kid in my 6th grade math class once that just wasn't getting it. He wasn't learning the math, he just wasn't getting it, and he became a distraction to the rest of us. You know, there could have been a solution, which was physical activity. Physical activity before a kid's hardest class increases test scores and promotes confidence. This is for 2 reasons. 1, physical activity wakes you up, like we just talked about. And the second is because it increases the production of BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. This was proven to be true by a study done by Dr. Tamway and his colleagues. BDNF helps preserve and support neurons in the brain, which increases memorization, it increases memory, and it creates relationships between neurons, which increases understanding. Sorry, I said memory twice. The last and the biggest problem is childhood obesity. According to the American Heart Association, childhood obesity has nearly tripled in the last 30 years. Obesity comes with its own myriad of health-related diseases such as type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and for kids that are 12, 13 years old, they're starting to see symptoms of heart disease. Obesity also comes with low self-esteem and bad self-image, which could lead to self-harm or depression. This is just because kids are simply not as active and they don't know how to be. They're on their phones, they're on their tablets, they don't know how to make working out fun. Any kind of active seems like a burden or a chore to them. Adding physical activity into the school day and teaching kids that physical activity can be fun and teaching them how to do it at their house, simple exercises, could have a positive effect on our children's future. Aerobic exercise, strength training, anything that can be taught in a physical education setting, or just having more time for recess, or making it mandatory to have 30 minutes of classroom activity where kids are up and around, could greatly improve all the things that we just discussed, the kids being asleep in class, kids being distractions because they're not learning like they could be, and childhood obesity. So my challenges to you is to seriously consider adding physical activity into the school day. Our kids' lives would greatly be impacted, and so would the school districts.